What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is James, ReadOptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and 1 month, really, almost 1 month, fully committed to Poshmark. And by fully committed, I mean about 21 hours worth so far. Almost a full day committed to Poshmark in the first month. But that being said, got Poshmark sales, thankfully, and some eBay sales. But we're going to start off with yesterday first, I guess. Yesterday was another tough day on eBay. Another tough day. Still getting those blank white screens with the whole... I was going to write it down, I forgot. I think it's something like command suspended or something like that. I can't remember, but it airs out. So let's see. I think I made a new record yesterday on eBay. Not in a good way, but a new record. Now, last 31 days, down 19.4%. Woohoo! Sarcasm mode off. Made it to $531. Pretty bad. I'm going to check my other numbers. But my new record, all-time low for organic sales. 52,000 items for organic sales. All-time low right there. We may have an all-time low in pieces. Got only 28 items sold. No, there was a 24. There was a few 29s, 124. So almost beat a record. Oh, there was 14 that day. Yeah, that was that really messed up day. But it seemed like I only had about $200 up until about 6 p.m. And then the majority of my sales came in like 6 to 8. I doubled my sales between 6 and 8 and then got the rest after that. So clearly still getting those little pops of sales and then it just shuts off again. So what causes that, I have no idea. But it is a common place thing on the eBay of today. I think Josh said in his live yesterday, one of the days over the weekend, he got $700 in sales all in 11 minutes. He got almost all of his sales in 11 minutes time on eBay. So it's just odd how you'll have nothing, and then I'll have like 15 minutes of just ching, 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 and then it turns off again. So it's very odd what's going on there. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the checkout issues, since we know there's checkout issues and offer issues. If maybe it's backing up, like it checks out, but it doesn't, send out the notifications and the solds. Maybe there becomes a backup, and then boom, 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 and then it shuts off again. That, I guess, could be a possibility. Just a theory. But let's see how bad yesterday was from last year this time. So this is the 28th. We're in August 29th, already through August. It's crazy. Yeah. So $531 yesterday, down 49%. Another almost 50% down day. That is not normal. It's just not. Quantity sold 28, down 50%. So, selling cost 46%, so that's good. Average per item, $19, so that's good. So those are numbers I like to see there. But the rest of them is just pure chaos. Today thus far, compared to same date last year. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's early. So we were at $922. I'm at $117. So, but that ain't saying much because it could just turn off for the rest of the day like it did yesterday. So I'm not holding no weight to sales until the day's over. So 50% down and that's been a constant for like 4 or 5 days now, about 49% down, 49% down. So that's not good. Yet I have about 15,000 more items than last year. But on a side note, Poshmark yesterday sold $70 worth of product. And this morning I'm already at $40 worth of product on Posh. So building up the Posh. Hell, just getting half of my items over to Posh may match my eBay sales these days. Can you imagine that? We will see, though. We will get there. I'm about 2,100 items on Posh now, so. So $670 in 28 days on Posh. Well, 28 and the morning. So 28 and a third, or 28 and a fourth. So $670. So more than double what I was hoping for. So that's good. But we're not going to hang out in that area too much. Let's get to comments and questions and go from there. See if we can get a topic to talk about while I ship. I had an item taken down as well, and eBay told me it is a name brand item that is listed as unbranded. The item is automatically taken down as counterfeit. Interesting, because I put unbranded on a lot of my items. Interesting, but some of them are unbranded. Huh. I have to think about that one then. Yeah, because like that Rascals hat would be unbranded. It's because it was a stadium giveaway, so there's really no brand on there. So, well, that's a poor way to do your algorithm bot, if that's the case. Something to take into account there, since I've got so many unbranded items. And I do have a lot of name brand stuff, not name brand, but like Richardson and Signatures. I just kind of leave those as unbranded because nobody really looks for those names because they're not major names like New Era and Logo 7 and such. So that will be interesting to keep an eye on then. All right. James, will the 6x10 Giro Pack mailers fit a slightly larger DVD case? The largest mailers I bought will barely fit a CD. They will fit a CD or a DVD, but I mean a normal DVD. I don't know what you mean by slightly larger, but it fits the standard DVDs just fine. So, Giro Pack. Affiliate link below. Save 10%. Use the Urban Picker as the code at checkout. All right. I took down anything I thought would trigger a listing removal or Vero. Pocket knives, new sealed cologne, a perfume, etc. It's sad eBay is driving sellers away. They push the selling luxury brands, yet take out the small sellers trying to sell luxury brands. What's even sadder is other sellers reporting your items. Yeah, I won't touch no home and none of that healthcare perfume stuff unless I know 100%, like Jan ordered it and didn't use it or something like that. Then I'll test it and put it up. But for the most part, I stay away from all that stuff. Like, I'm not even listing Coach no more on eBay. So I don't even go to Coach. That stuff's going to go straight to Posh. Yeah, so they've really, I've cut back on a lot of that stuff. Even though if I know I'm 99% sure or even 100% sure, no, it's real, it's going on Posh over eBay now, just because of all those Vero issues and such. So it's not worth the risk, even though I know 100% it's fine. So they do. They've scared is the key word, that they've scared a lot of sellers away. Listing 4 to 5 items a day, which is tough because I work full time. No views on eBay, nothing. It's very discouraging. I'm actually doing well on Mercari. Follow where you're doing well. It used to be eBay. eBay used to be the top dog. And now if you look at just percentage of what I've moved over to Posh, I'm doing better percent-wise on Posh than I am doing on eBay right now. So that's just fuel for me to keep cross-listing. So eBay just sucked the life out of its best workers until they implode. Yeah, I believe that pushing the little people out, scaring them away, however you want to look at it, upping the fees, making them go someplace else, all the different ways they're kind of pushing people away from the platform, it's going to bite them in the end drastically, because those luxury brands, once the traffic starts slowing down, because there ain't just random oddball cool eBay find items on eBay anymore, the traffic will slow, and eventually those higher sellers or those high-end sellers will go elsewhere. It will be a slow demise if it keeps going in this direction. I do unfortunately strongly believe that. But is it highly fueled by all the errors and issues on the site? That's where the question lies for me. Because when I get no errors, I can have $1,000 day. Well, then guess what? James is staying at eBay because he's getting the sales he should be getting. But 85 to 90% of the time, I get an site full of errors, and I get 4 organic sold. So it could just be eBay's perfect storm right now. They're just falling apart and at their own hands with not being able to fix the site and keep up with the issues, but they keep just throwing new stuff at it, which in turns breaks other things. So I don't know. It's very scary right now where we are. Where eBay is actually, and where it's putting a lot of people. It's scary. So that's why I'm just ecstatic with what's going on with my Poshmark sales, because it's broken my expectations. So, in a good way, exceeded my expectations. Sorry, so far. So, I think you'll do really excellent putting the media on Mercari. I bought quite a few CDs there, and the CDs I saved to my watch list usually end up selling. Yeah, maybe today I'll do that. I'll start, after I give an hour to Posh cross-listing, maybe I'll give about a half hour to cross-listing some media onto Mercari today. Slowly start building that up. Because I still only got about 50 items on there, so... If wholesale from bins worked, everyone would be doing it, include Goodwill themselves. Actually, some Goodwills do that. I believe the ones in Florida are the biggest ones that do that. So it does work. Let's see. I just got my first item taken down for being counterfeit, quote unquote. It's not, but it's cheap an item, so I'll leave it delisted. Hopefully this automated system doesn't malfunction like a lot of the eBay site already does. It could add to the already giant headache. It already has, because to me, yesterday I was worried about it all day. What's going to come down today? What's going to come down today? Am I going to have to call them today? I had one big sale that saved my weekend. I only had 3 sales on eBay the entire weekend. Mercari did get me 4 sales and Etsy too, so that helped. Are you saying you're interested in offering resellers boxes? Yes and no. What I was talking about yesterday was more about just putting stuff in boxes like an organization thing for me, but putting it at elevated prices on eBay, so if it did sell, then I don't have to deal with it later. And if somebody who said, hey, I watch your channel, can I get this box for this amount and an offer, I might say, yeah, go ahead, take it, get it, to help somebody out who watches my channel. So yes and no. But I don't know, I still haven't fully went on that. I did put some up yesterday, but they were just basically duplicates of what I've already got up individually. So like hats that I have multiples of, or CDs, I went ahead and put those in lots. But they were all, well, at least the CDs were all low dollar stuff. The hats are more just common stuff. So I just had the same thing happen on a concert t-shirt. Listing was taken down due to counterfeit. It was an Iron Maiden shirt. But I'd have to see the shirt to know. Some of those are a lot of counterfeits out there when it comes to concert t-shirts, especially bigger bands like Maiden. Hey, James, you are asking about how eBay determines authenticity on items because so many items are being pulled. eBay recently had a $1 billion acquisition. I remember something about that. Of an Italian company that is some sort of visual authentication automation company. I remember reading something about that. This is probably what all the latest new mess in is on eBay, pulling down authentic items and slapping defects on the account. And thankfully, it hasn't slapped a defect or a Vero or anything on mine. It's more, from when I talked to the guy, it's more of an eBay bot that is doing it. And being that it's a bot and it's eBay, you're not getting tagged. It's just saying, it states nothing has been held against your account. And it better not be, especially being that it's legitimate items, right? So, and then when I called, I kept on him. I'm like, are you sure? I don't want to have to worry about this. He goes, no, it will not go against your account. It happens, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, all right. And he reinstated them, so. I was recently suspended for 3 days selling a perfect legitimate record album purchased in 1983. I'd have to see the album to know for sure, so I can't go by with what you just said, because there are a lot of bootlegs out there, especially albums, especially back in the early 80s. There was a lot of them without more detail, like stock number, artist, and title. A few months back, my account was suspended due to counterfeit items. If a counterfeit Heartland DVD, nothing was counterfeit about it. Total BS. That's odd. That's really odd right there. Huh. Yeah, Josh, I did all my sales in 11 minutes yesterday at around 2:30 Eastern time. 14 buyers for $780 in 11 minutes. Crickets after that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to look at eBay right now. Is the writing on the wall, and you got to start your, getting getting off the boat before it goes down? Or are we still in the midst of the server swap out, the upgrades, and things will get better once they stop doing that? But then again, we're 2 years into that of issues, and it's literally getting worse by the week. Literally getting worse by the week. I mean, four organic sales with 52,000 items. I literally had the same amount of organic sales on Posh with 2,000 items as I did on eBay with 52,000 items. So that kind of says it all right there. If I can sell these items on Posh, and I know they would have sold on eBay before, but they're not moving now, like the one that sold this morning. I'm surprised I sat on it this long. It's been on Posh maybe 5 to 7 days, and it's already gone. Where on eBay, I guess it's been on there for about 2 weeks, and I don't even know if it even got any views. I'd have to check, but because I don't know. It's a scary time right now. And it's hard to say because my mind's trying to figure it out, but I know it's not going to. But I keep going around and round and round going, one part of me says it'll get better because I know they're still just throwing everything at the site and figure it out later. That's been quoted. Something like that has been said. But then the question comes into question, can it be figured out after everything's thrown? At some point, it's going to snap, They may not be able to build it and make it strong enough. It might just snap in half, and I don't know. It's a weird, scary situation. But all I can keep doing is keep going my game plan, because my game plan's working. So I don't know if my game plan of really listing higher dollar items is really working, because I'm still selling all my lower dollar items. And my higher dollar items seem to be moving more on Posh than eBay now. So I don't know. All right, let's get these Posh orders out of the way first, I guess. So first up on Posh, we've got a Found on Friday item, a pug in a Santa suit shirt. Sold for $9. So what did I do? So I did $69 yesterday on Posh, not $70. So that sold for $9. Humdy hum. I don't know. I mean, like I've been saying, I've held on for as long as I could, and Headed to Paw Paw, West Virginia. It just sucks really bad. It just sucks. And when I say it sucks, I'm thinking more for smaller sellers who can't like even promote very high. You know, it just outright sucks. Like, I'm just thankful to be surviving, because I know so many can't right now, and that's just what eats me up. Next up, sold on Posh. It is a vintage, new old stock, Purdue University Boilermakers spare tire cover, like on the back of a Jeep. This has been in storage for who knows how long. Probably picked up at the bins who knows how long ago. Sold $50 on Posh. So I took it out of the box to take a picture of it, but it's new old stock. So just throw that, since it's in a box, but I don't want to put a sticker on it because it's a cool vintage box, just in case they're a collector. I'll go ahead and just throw it in this mailer. And again, just because it's going to help you, so I don't feel like a broken record, Vendoo is in my opinion so far, the best cross-listing platform, because it will end the item on the opposite site between Poshmark and eBay. If it sells on either one of them, it'll take it down on all the other ones. If it sells on Mercari, then you have to go in and just click it as sold so that it takes it down off of Posh and eBay. And with the link, you get 25% off your first month. You can move all your items over in one swoop. And then the next month, downgrade your app, or downgrade your whatever they call it, the level on Vendoo. Because you only pay for what you pull over every month, not for what's in Vendoo. So, from what I understand. I know one of you signed up yesterday for it, I saw, so thank you. For the affiliate. Next up, we've got on Posh, we've got another Christmas item. Boom, boom, boom. A little disco ball dinosaur. Sold for $10. I remember when I couldn't keep these like ugly Christmas sweaters, because as soon as I'd put them up on eBay, they would sell. Remember one time down at the downtown bins, ended up getting a buttload of them. I think my sister got them for me at the time when she was kind of shopping for me. I'd pay her to shop for me, and I think she ended up with like 50 different ugly sweaters, and they all sold pretty quick. But as I said before, if you can make it through whatever's going on, if it does get fixed, there's going to be a lot less sellers on eBay. Which is going to benefit anybody who does survive. All right. I thought about keeping this. So this sold, I believe this was a found on Friday item too. So sold on Posh for $40, the Lacoste tote bag. Thought about keeping it for my smalls when I go on vacation. For my computer bags and stuff like that. When I travel, so I can take it into the hotel in a small bag, leave the big one in the car type of thing. But $40. So I'll throw that in a box. So what I've been doing on, since I've got too many items on eBay to move them all over to Vindu. What I started doing yesterday is I brought up shoes, into 25 shoes, because for me moving it over, I have to use their old way of doing it, which means the newest listed items only show up for me to pull over. So I will in like 25 shoes, sell similar, and then pull those shoes over. So that's what I was doing yesterday. So I think that's going to be my routine from here on out, to get my shoes and clothes over there first before anything else. Since I'm selling more, I've sold more shoes, clothes, and bags than hats, and then only one media. So then I'll start moving my media over to Macari and see how that goes. All right, that is the Posh thus far today. So happy with that. Whoops. On to eBay. That one's not pulled. Shipping, purchase shipping labels. See if we got any international mixed in here. 1, 2. 2 internationals. And combine 1 order. Okay. All right, first up, we got the last that I know of, unless I got more in storage somewhere. Costume, Star Wars costume. And that sold for $16. Headed to Almont Springs, Florida. Somebody's old Amazon box here. Let me cover up all the stuff on here. So I think it's an Amazon box. All right. We've got, it's going to have to be 11. 13 by 9. 11, 13. We got 1, 4. Jennifer. Next up, we've got a nice faded Purina hat. I sold for $8, headed to Virginia. Find a lot of Purina around here since they're based here in St. Louis. That's good to go. David. Alright, next up we've got a cassette tape. Art Johnson, sold for $4, headed to Austin, Texas. In a slick black Giro pack. Get your Giro pack, bubble mailers, and poly bags. Affiliate link below. Save 10% on your order by using Urban Picker in the checkout. The lowest cost bubble mailers and poly bags you're going to find online. At least it was the last time I looked. And we go ground. Davis. Make sure I don't get those two mixed up. Next up, Highlights of Crescent City Soul, Sound of New Orleans CD. Sold for $9, headed to Seattle, Washington. It's 4. Seattle's probably going to have to be media mail. Yep. Leaf L. Next up, we've got, are you ready for a hat lot? Yeah. We got 2 Tracker boat hats. Boom and boom. One sold for $12, one sold for $11. Headed to Hamilton, Ohio. I think what stinks for me the most is the whole feeling of struggling to get sales. Like, I never felt that before on eBay. Even with a whole lot less product, I never felt I was struggling to get sales. And then now I feel like the struggling, and then I start blaming myself, going, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, feeling that internally, even though I know the site's a mess. And then when it's working, things are just flying. So just not beating, like trying not to beat myself up is the hardest thing. Because some days I'll just be totally depressed about it, you know, because I'm just thinking about it too much. And I haven't had that before because everything always just flowed on eBay. Next up, cool hat. Hershey's Chocolate Town, USA hat. Sold for $19, headed to Rockland, California. So just trying to look at it as a new challenge now, as opposed to anything other. It's a new challenge. What you gonna do about it, James? Your whining and crying days are over. Do something. Robert E. Next up, we've got a women's Cardinals cap, headed to Denver, Colorado, sold for $11. So since I am in that new mindset, trying to, with all the new information I'm taking in with like Posh, how Posh works, cross-listing and doing, and like different strategies, just, which I started a new one yesterday by ending and selling similar clothes and shoes first to get it moved over first. So with so much going on in my head, I feel like I am leaving a lot out of these daily videos. So I do apologize if you're not getting as much out of these right now, but my head's just, the gears are just turning right now. So that's why I'm trying to say everything's on my mind, just in case there's a nugget there, or at least you know what I'm doing and you can follow. And if it's working, then if you wanted to jump on board, you could, type of thing. So that's where my head's at now. So I do apologize if I'm not, honing in on any specific thing right now, because my mind's all over the place. So I feel like these videos are kind of all over the place, but yet empty. But who knows where this will lead? I mean, this could lead into a whole different video series for me at the end of the day. I mean, meaning something like, it includes Posh now. So what new things can I do on video that includes Poshmark? Because my Poshmark to me right now is just very basic, because I'm just learning about it. So next up, we've got these Spring Step women's boots. Look brand new. Took an offer for $10 on them, just to get some sales. $10, headed to Peterson, New Jersey. Two, 1, 15, 13, let's do 5. Tiffin, Iowa? Heidi. And last for the US eBay. Yo Pongo Los Chilos Supply, or something of that nature. What just fell? I don't know. Hat that sold for $10. Headed to Patterson, New Jersey. seen a new price point, so I was just kind of like $9.75. I was trying to figure out how it got to that because I don't remember taking an offer. So maybe it was $11.20 with a 10% offer to Watcher, or is that $11.79? I don't know. Anyway, don't matter. It's sold. Money in the bank. Move along. Move along, little doggy. Move along, little doggy. Anthony. All right. Purchase labels. Plus, I'm still kind of new to all this new shipping thing too, so I think I might just keep doing it this way instead of putting it on a credit card anymore, because I was down to basically one credit card with the business. The other one I just kind of don't even use anymore. I don't even have a new. The account's still there, but I don't even have a new card for it. Or if I did, I set it aside and don't know where it is. But I thought of just having one card, and then maybe just using it for inventory, which I am right now when they go to the bins, and use it for like the trip coming up. Instead of piling up all the postage on it, just use it for all the little extras type of thing. Kind of like that thought. Just keeps it simple, more simple. Right now my mind needs simple because everything else is a mess. Everything else, I mean eBay. Maybe. All right. Damn it. Stuck it a little prematurely. Get in there. Haven't had those problems in a long time. Prematurely and having a hard time getting it in. Bad jokes. Bad jokes. That's all right. Bad jokes are good jokes. Bad jokes are good jokes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to already set my mind up for vacation, and I have to, even though I'm 2 months out. Like right now with my headset, the way my mindset, the way it is right now, I'd feel guilty not working because the sales are so crappy on eBay. So I've got to start prepping my mind to pay more attention to what I'm doing about it and the positives there, so that when I am on vacation, I can mentally relax. Because it's hard to do. It's very hard to do for me. The last couple of times I've been kind of successful at it. But being that there's a lot more chaos right now, as opposed to prior, since things are worse right now on the site than they were before, I gotta make sure I slow my mind down and not worry about it. So I guess it didn't generate a scan form again last night. That sucks. Am I going to have to stop shipping at nighttime because it won't generate a scan form? Pirate ship. All right, first up, international. Going to the UK, we got Florida State Seminoles baseball cap. Sold for $10. $9.87. Bom, 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 bom. And next up, lastly, we've got Hard Rock Cafe, headed to Germany. Sold for $11. To 2 minutes. $10.79, 8. Wonder if I can save this code in here. Well, because now the code don't work for everywhere, so that wouldn't be right. That's for CDs. You got a hat over here. Shirt. So I know I'm going to need a code for Germany. Got this whole AI generated on Google now. Doesn't really show much different than a normal search. All right. Biggity bam. Let's see, we are at 10:11. 11 after 10. We're at $194. That's probably been the best morning in quite a while, so that's good. Almost to the midway point of where I like to be at 10 o'clock. So hopefully it doesn't stop, but we're not going to worry about it. It's going to be what it's going to be. Right, Courtney? You ready, baby girl? My baby girl ready to go. All right, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 international that sold since. So the international was at least up yesterday. What's she doing, baby girl? Let me print out these 2 papers and we will go. I gotta go to the pet store on my way home. Get you some food. And some more treats. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right. Thanks, everybody, for all the love and support and all the good stuff, the likes, the subscribes. Like, for some reason, my subscribe has been stuck at, I'm at 16,400, but I'll get like 405, 406. Then it goes down to back down to 398, 396. Then it'll jump back up to 4. Then it'll go down again. And like now it's at 399. So it's like I've been going back and forth at that 400 number for about 4 or 5 days now. I've never had that before where it kept going that drastically so consistently. So it's kind of like, wow, weird. Never seen it before. So it's kind of making me go, what's causing that? Is that so many people coming on board, then jumping off, and then coming on board, jumping off, but doing it so consistently is kind of cool. Weird. Different. Little, yellow, different. All right. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you all. Courtney, let's go. In the next video. Later.